is our team with Ángel Eduardo, Isabela, Gemma, and David. And me is Angelique.
No.
Travels. We are talking about experience about travels, the disadvantage and advantage of travels.
Advantages, disadvantages about travel. Correct.
Yes.
Well, the first tourist place is Playa del Carmen. That is a place in the Riviera Maya in the state of Quintana Roo. It's a state that have a lot of progress and is one of the most important tourist destinations in the Caribbean. The years have been gone and the Playa del Carmen has been going more big with more habitat and more people in the state. This is the advantages. It is the highest per capita income in all of Mexico, and this is that earn a lot of money because all the tourists come to Playa del Carmen and all of that. The access to the beaches are a lot and are so many different beaches, and in the beaches you can contract some attractive like swim with fishes and snorkeling, and also you can rent a yacht and all of that. And the cultural diversity. This is because the tourists that come to Playa del Carmen are many and different parts of the world. Like German people, French people, also Mexican people, but all about other states. Is that mix of all of different cultures. There are so many tourist places. One is the 3D Museum of Wonders. That is this. There is a museum that you can saw so many images in 3D, and it's like a new world for you.
You've been there.
Yeah. It's a lot of experience, and it feels really
Real.
real. Yeah. The second is La Quinta Avenida. That is a place that you can walk a lot of things because it's like a place with all the oh, a lot of things because it's like all a street without different colors. Then are the Parque de los Fundadores, like that is this, that is in the beach, like Malecón here, and you can saw so many different attractions for the kids and all of the beaches. I say yes, and the Circle du Soleil Goya, that is this, that is not with animals because you know that are now,
Coaches.
Because you're only going to find performers.
yeah, performance that do a very good spectacular. And the church that is that the name says Carmen is about the vision of the Carmen, and that is why
Nobody goes there. That's the local people. Alright.
some disadvantages are the head. There are a lot of heads there because the beach and all the change global, also the insects because the weather and the ambientation like mosquitoes, snakes and all of that. The high prices for being a tourist area, that is because the majority of the things are in dollars and not in Mexican pesos, and that is high maintenance prices and the insecurity that because a lot of tourists have a lot of money, the people try to steal.
Alright. So this is you have to choose this among other places. This is the for you the place that you really love. It's your favorite.
Yeah, it's one of them because I love the beach and all
El que no
the
salió
sea.
ninguna otra parte
Yeah.
negro. El que no salió ninguna otra parte negro.
Well, my name is David, and I'm going to talk about Los Angeles. Well, Los Angeles is a place located in Southern California. It's a city for a center of the national film and television. Los Angeles is a city for a dreamer, for an artist, for a person who wants to followers to the television and famous and people like that. Next. Well, some tourist place in Los Angeles of the attraction that you can find it is the first the Hollywood tour. That you it's a tour in Hollywood that you can go to the famous house or the famous places in Hollywood. The other is the Disneyland Park, and you can find two in Los Angeles. The first I remember is the Adventure or something like that, and the classic Disneyland Park is nice for the kids and the young people. And the other place is Santa Monica Beach. This is one of my favorite places because I love the beach, and I really like to go this place. It's a good place to see the sunset or go with your friends.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Right. In both those three places.
Yes.
Which of those places is your favorite one?
I think yes.
Would you like to go back with your parents or with your girlfriend?
With my parents.
Era tudo.
Yeah, go ahead. Because it's awesome. You can go with your friends and your girlfriend and have nice time. You want to have? Up to you,
Yes,
man.
yes, yes. The teacher no.
It's up to you.
No escuché ni mango que no sé.
Well, now I'm going to talk about the advantages. Well, I think in my case, I really like the weather in Los Angeles because it's a temperature could be the 4 and 13 grade. It's a sunny day, but in the night it
So
is
4 to 17 grades, hurricane, or what kind of? It's hotter than that. That's okay.
I really like this temperature because it's nice to, it's not very hot, but it's not very cold. The other is the places, it's another places that I mentioned. It's many other, for example, it is a place, the name is San Pedro, and you can go to eat fish and all the food you can find in this place. And in Los Angeles, it's a very place to many opportunities because in this like many famous or important people around the world, and you can find in this place. Next. Well, the disadvantages. Los Angeles is a really big place, and the consequence is the traffic, because the traffic is one of the worst because it's many people, the tourists and the locals, it's so bad. The transport, maybe the public transport is the good quality, but it's not enough because the tourists can travel very quickly or very fast because the transport pass 1 per hour. And the cost, maybe visit Los Angeles can be some expensive, but if you can
When we visit Cancun, there is a variety of places to be located. There are two options, we can rented accommodation or go to an all-inclusive hotel. No matter what you choose, there are sites that you should know, such as water parks, where you can live unforgettable experience from archaeological ruins to meet endangered species. You can see this in the Arctic Park. It's a so beautiful.
Don't read, please. Thank you.
One of the advantages of this way is
Can you go back again? Oh, so you choose this? Why? I forgot that. What do you choose, Cancun? Why? Why did you choose this place?
It's one of the places I want to visit in my vacation.
Cancun. You were by the Carmen of Cancun. Okay, I remember. Correct.
In the advantage of this, we can see that there are a lot of things we can do, but else we can see a lot of inclusive hotels. They offer that so many things you can do experience like travel around all the side or go to beaches that are like 10 in all Cancun.
Can you mention some of them?
And Playa Caracol, that is known as the more beautiful beach of Cancun. Or
For you, what's the top one?
yeah, it's like because it's a part for the business areas of Cancun. That's why some persons and families go there. They have a lot of large shopping centers like La Isla. It's one of the most known because they have a lot of options like eat or shopping areas like Zara, H&M, things like that. And in this place you can find a tranquility atmosphere because it depends more that about what area you are. If you are the side of hotels or of the center of Cancun. But in this place there are some disadvantages, like a lot of beaches it's with private access or have codes with high prices, and in high prices we can include the all-inclusive hotels because they are in like they start with 6,000 of pieces and we don't have that. The disadvantage is with the hotel areas. It's so apart from the center of Cancun. And if you want to go to eat to more areas with most typical food, you have to travel around 2 years.
I have a question. Why didn't you mention, for example, the most known places such as Shilhan and the others that are there? Because you don't like them, or you didn't want to mention them? Or it's like a cliche that or
I
you want
like it,
them?
but Paris and Java are so thin because they have the furniture, but only have more extravagant things. That's the difference.
That's the reason you didn't mention. All right.
City is located in the center of our country. In the that joining our Tlaxcala, Querétaro, Mexico State, and Hidalgo. In my experience, every time when I go to Mexico City, that is in July, the weather in the morning is so cold. In the afternoon, it's not cold but not hot. In the night, it's too cold. Mexico City is the most famous state in our country because they say arrive only for a lot of people here in Mexico for tourists, business, etc. But also to the people for other countries. Advantages and disadvantages. The advantages of Mexico City is a cheap city. If we go outside of Polanco and Pedregal and Santa Fe, that places, and like the center of Mexico City, it's a cheap place to live and to buy things more easily. Like you go to in a street you found 3 pesos, the basket tacos are 3 pesos. So it's so cheap that way. And the capital of museums. In Mexico City, we have a lot of museums, so the people of another country can know about our culture. And if the people of the other places that visit us, they don't understand Spanish, in the museums are people that translate the things to them so they understand. We have the soya, so, tenía nombre.
Did you know that there is a museum related with vampires and wolves exclusively? Yeah. And there's another one that is, I don't know if have you been there, a museum related with torture machines.
No, when I go to museums, I don't go to Mexico City every July for vacations. I went because I have family there, so I go to visit them.
You have to go there. It's really interesting. This one. Es relacionado con máquinas de tortura que usaron en la Inquisición reales. Pero está, entras y te da frío de ver todo eso
The
porque.
place where you put like
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. It's like torture.
and the Sumaya Museum, the Bellas Artes Museum, well, the Chapultepec Forest, and the National Historic Center. Green areas. This is a big state, like with a lot of buildings, and most of the part we don't have like green areas, but in the other part of Mexico City, we found a lot of green areas like the Mineras of Xochimilco, that there where you can find a lot of trees, the river. I love the Mineras of Xochimilco. I went there last year, and I love it, but it's really that the people don't take care about the river, so right now it's so contaminated, sadly. But the place is beautiful. I love to go and they can put music, they can eat in there. The guide is showing you the things that you can find around the Cañadas. And the time that you can be there, I think it's 1 hour and a half. Can go and come back. Disadvantages of Mexico City. At the same time, Mexico City is a really, really beautiful place. It has a lot of disadvantages, like insecurity, that Mexico City is so insecure. The time that I went to Mexico City, one time I have still my wallet with 200 pesos, but it was my money, and in the subway. The subway is a very secure place. And when you in the streets also it's so insecure. One day my dad was stealing his phone, so he has to buy another one. And contagious diseases can spread more easily. This is because like it's a lot of people, there are a lot of factories, and it's smoke, it's so contaminated to the air and to us too. So if you go there, I recommend that you put a mask for you cannot inhale the bacteria of the air.
I'm gonna defend this tomorrow, right? Because I love Mexico City and now we have less pollution.
Yes, less that.
So
Well,
tomorrow you're gonna, why did you say that? That's okay, it's up to you, right?
the past years that I went, they were so much happier. So I'm telling about my experience with time that I went. Separation of the spaces and services. You hear because there are a lot of people, most of the services or the restaurants get saturated. So if you don't want to get like, or you want to eat there and you don't want to get, don't have place to eat, I recommend you that you will reserve before you go into the places. And also the basic services get saturated, so that's a really bad thing because generally, well, in my grandfathers have he's sick. My grandfather is sick, so he goes to a hospital and he has to do the date like 1 week before. And sometimes they don't attend my grandfather. And recommendation that I give them, you go to Rosemary.
Right, so
Talk about travels and of recommendations when you travel to Mexico City.
háblame fuerte. I don't listen very well.
Okay. Staying known in tourist areas is more easy to you to locate and educate. This is more easily to you to locate and ubicate in the center of the city, and so it's less dangerous that the people can steal you. And carry a jacket free in sea. And it's very important because the highest temperature is so cold at night, so if you want to go outside and you want to return to the house and stay in there, you can carry with you a jacket or hood.
I'm talking about Canada, Toronto. We are talking about travels.
I don't listen to you.
What we mean when we talk about travels. Travels is when if you want to go if you are in a place and you want to go to another place, that is a travel. If you want to go, I don't know, Toronto, Los Angeles, Cancun, Playa del Carmen, or Ciudad de Mexico, if you want it, you can go, and that is a travel. I'm going to talk about my experience in Toronto, the disadvantages and advantages of go to Toronto. Hi everyone. When I go to Toronto, the first thing that I saw that the aduana of Toronto is so different to aduana of United States. Why I'm talking about that? If you don't live in Toronto, if you are not from Toronto and you are a tourist, that makes that you have to go to an interview. A police of Toronto has to interview you and some more questions. You have to go to a machine, and if the machine, I don't know, if if you
Right, you go to Toronto, you're going to pass in front of a police officer.
yes,
But
if
where?
in the airport, in the
In the
airport.
airport. All right. So
If you go to the airport of Toronto and you are a tourist, like you are not from Toronto, you have to go to a machine that makes some questions. I don't know, 10 questions if you like it. And the questions mean if you have drugs in your bag, if you have, I don't know, alcohol or some more things. If the police choose you, you have to go to an interview. The interview have the same questions, but the questions are what the people who bring with you are going to say where did they work. Yes. What I mean with this, Canada or Toronto want to know if you are going to tourist or you're going to live like an immigrant.
To leave, right? To leave.
Yes.
Do you know if you need visa to go to Canada? Only pass.
You can pass with a visa and you can pass with a ETA canadiense. We have the advantage number one is outdoor activities. You can go to museums, you can go to the CN Tower, that is like one of the highest towers in the world and the highest towers of Canada. One of these is the culture. The culture are so, I don't know how to say this, mix that are Chinese people, Arabian people, and Mexican people. More Chapanecos go to immigrant and live there. Why? Because the people said that it's more grateful the life in that place in Canada. We have wonderful cities like Vancouver and Toronto. Like I visit Toronto, and that was I choose Toronto because was one of my best travels. Like we are talking about travels, it was one of the best travels I had. Disadvantages. The aduana, if they don't believe you, you have to go test. Like you put your eyes in a machine, and the machine sprays something. I don't know what is, but the machines. The machine show if you have drugs if you test drugs before you go to Canada, and it's more easy to don't pass to Canada to pass for United States. When I talk about this, my mom said that if the people are more handsome, are more kind, but I don't know, the people of Canada are so kind, and the person who took me to the interview was no kind, but was a woman that questioned me if my family wants the works of my family, and in that moment my family, no one of my family talk English, and I was the only one that I talk English. What more? My sister and my nephew was well, they don't have they don't has a visa, but they have it at Canadiense. When the police of Canada checking their computers, because when they are interviewed, they are checking in the computer where are you from, and check it if you have the interview of have a visa, and if the visa if you don't have the visa, and the visa cancel it your visa. In that case, my sister wanted a visa in the past, but she can have it in that moment, and we have it has to pass with she, because she don't have it the visa, but have the Canadiense, and my mom, my dad, and me have the visa.
Right, this is one thing. Could you go back? Right? The first one, for example, is in Spanish, and one is border, right?
I don't know how to say aduana, because that I everything that I put like
Custom is the custom.
everything that I put this and this, I put it myself. I don't search in
But for
internet.
example, what about the places that you visit there? Yeah, I check the border, how to go to the custom and the process to have the entrance there. But what about the other issues, like which places do you?
Places, CNA Tower. I visited the CNA Tower and was the highest tower in